You think you're setting boundaries, but you still feel overwhelmed, resentful, and burnout. You're still answering those late night phone calls and text messages from friends, coworkers, families. You still feel guilty when you say no. If that all sounds familiar to you, I hate to break it to you. You know I do, but those aren't real boundaries. They're not. And I would know because I used to do all 7 of these signs that I'm going to talk about in this video. I thought I was protecting my peace, but I wasn't. I was just performing calm while silently burning on the inside and being resentful and hating everybody. If you're new here, my name is Nyesha Nicole, and if you've been here before, you know that we are 100% locked in, so welcome back. And on this channel, we will always be about emotional clarity, healing, and conscious growth. And sometimes that includes how the systems are affecting our emotional lives. So let's dive into this video. So let's be real. Most of us were not taught what a boundary actually is. I'm just calling it like I see it. We've learned to shrink ourselves to be the easy one, to be the accessible person. And it doesn't matter that it may cost us our sleep. It may cost us our sanity. It may cost us our self-respect. That doesn't matter to people. And I see this especially in high achieving women in corporate jobs. Yeah, because I'm one of them. And, you know, the thing about it is that you get praised for being a team player. You get praised for being selfless and always putting the team first and putting your job first. But somehow you get punished for prioritizing your own well-being. And that's not cool. And I want to break that cycle. I want to talk about the signs that you may have seen that have you thinking that you're setting boundaries, but you're actually still in survival mode. And so I want to dive right in. I don't want to waste any time and I want to get into it. So the first sign is saying that you're fine or saying that it's fine when it's really not. I did that a lot. And sometimes I catch myself. I still do that because it's like you downplay your needs in order to keep the peace. You tell yourself that things aren't a big deal, but inside, you know, you're quietly like fuming. You're so exhausted by whatever is happening, you know, at that time. And it's like you force your smile, but it's just not right on the inside, right? Number 2, you give these long, drawn out explanations when you say no. I know you've done it before because I have. It's like we can't help ourselves, right? I mean, I would have a whole lot going on at my job, right? Like maybe, you know, I didn't sleep or maybe, you know, next time it's like we give this like long drawn out. I'm going to give you an example. Somebody might ask you to do something and you say no, but it's just like, this is how you would say no. I would, but I have so much going on. Or, oh, I didn't get any sleep last night because all these things happen and I just got to try to get some sleep. Or, you know, oh man, you know, I'm swamped at work. Maybe next time. Sound familiar? I know I do because I do that. When I want to say no, sometimes I found myself saying all these reasons instead of just saying no. And it sucks. It's hard. It's hard to just be like get to that point, get to that state where you feel so comfortable with yourself and just saying no. Number 3, you set a rule and then you don't enforce it. Who's done that? I know that I have. Like you say, you know, I don't like at work, for example, I'm not going to any meetings that's going to impede with my evenings. I'm not going to do that because that just shows a lack of them caring about your family life and all that other stuff, but you go anyway. Or you say that I'm not going to reply to any emails after 6 or after 7, but you reply to them anyway. Or, you know, you teach people your boundaries don't matter every single time that you break one of the boundaries that you set. Because the thing about it is that, you know, my mom and my grandmother and just some of my other family members used to always say, if you don't respect yourself, then how can you expect for somebody else to respect you? And so I look at I look at it like this. If you don't respect your own boundary, how can you expect for anybody else to respect it? You can't. Number 4, you feel responsible for other people's reaction. And I literally just had a conversation the other day with someone, and I said, sometimes you can say and do whatever it is that you want to say and do, but what you can't control is how somebody else is going to react, right? Only thing that you can control is what you do. And so it's like you finally set a boundary, but then you spend 3 business days wondering if the person that you set that boundary with is mad at you. What? Then what was the point of you setting the boundary in the first place, right? And the thing about boundaries are, it is about you not managing other people's emotions, right? You can't control what other people do and what other people say and how other people react to you, right? It's the same thing like on this platform. It's like I can do a video, but I can't control how my audience is going to react to the video that I did, right? It's no different than the last video I just did. And the thing about it is I welcome all comments, all responses, because who am I to control what somebody else has to say? I can't. But I can control, how I respond to what they say. I can do that. And that's all about being in tune with your own emotions and understanding that it is okay for other people to have an opinion or for other people to think, how they want to think. Just because they do that and they think that way doesn't mean that you have to. And I'm always going to be for the people, no matter what the situation is. Number 5, you confuse boundaries with emotional walls. It's like kind of what I tie into number 4. It's like, okay, just because you set a boundary doesn't mean that you can't let people in. It doesn't mean that you have to shut everybody out, because that's like the boundary is just you saying, I'm looking out for me and in my best interest. But it's not like you're trying to protect yourself from this evil thing, because if you start building up these emotional walls, that's isolation. That's not a boundary. That's isolation. And so it's just like you start pulling away from people that, for one, respect your boundary, and number 2, didn't even do anything to you in the beginning. And again, the thing about it is that we're not trying to build emotional walls. We're not trying to do that to people. We just want people to respect our time, our energy, and our space. That's it. But just because you want people to do that doesn't mean that you have to shut people out of your whole entire life, right? Number 6 is you only set boundaries when you're at your breaking point. Like, no, that's not cool, because it's like your boundary is going to come out of frustration and explosion. And we all know how that ends, right? And it's because you've waited too long. You get to the point where you let your hot pot boil over with hot steaming water, and then the person that truly had nothing to do with the situation is going to catch the heat. Healthy boundaries are supposed to be proactive, not reactive. And that's the way to go about, I think, like life. When you're setting boundaries, everything that you do should be proactive. You shouldn't be reacting, because if you're reactive, that is too late. If you're now being reactive, again, it's just too late. And number 7 is you still think boundaries are selfish. Y'all, this is the one that held me hostage for the longest time. And I'm not going to even front with you, because that's what we do, right? We are a channel of honesty and we're locked in. I thought for a long time me saying no was cold. And I thought that choosing myself made me like a bad friend or like a bad daughter or a bad coworker. And I've been honest about that on this channel. Like I truly used to think that. But I came to realize that boundaries, they're not selfish. And in fact, that they're sacred. And it's something that you should hold on to, because they tell the world that you value your peace. And to me, it doesn't matter. You can have all of the money in the world and still not have peace. We see it all the time. We do. And, the thing about it is that I look back and I reflect back on my time just in corporate world and doing what I was doing. And it can be a lot. It can be a lot on people to set boundaries. It really can, because sometimes you don't see things as clear when you're in it as when you take a step back. So I always encourage people to take a step back. And that may look like taking a little time off for you. Or that may look like, stepping down from a stressful role. Or that may look like leaving, your company altogether. I don't know what that looks like, because for each person is different, But if you get pushback on a boundary that you're trying to set, then likely the person that you're getting the pushback from benefits the most by you not having boundaries. And again, setting boundaries is tough and is an adjustment, because most likely your friends, your family, people that you love, they're not used to you setting those boundaries. So to me, boundaries are a must. So if you saw yourself in any of these things, you're definitely not alone, because I talk about them a lot, and I know that there's other people within this community that's going through the exact same thing. But now you know the signs that maybe you need to reevaluate, you setting boundaries and getting to choose something better is always the best option, right? And so, as you guys may know, if you've seen my other 2 videos, and I'll link them up here, I created a free guide called the Boundary Reset. And basically what it does is it walks you through 7 guilt-free ways to reclaim your peace, reclaim your power, and reclaim your presence. Because all those 3 things is what boundaries is all about. And it's not just about saying no. It's about saying yes to a version of you that doesn't necessarily, run into burnout and run into resentment or worry about approval. It's like, because you're already doing that internal work. So grab it below. It's free. And, honestly, that's something that's so small that might change everything. You never know. So just check it out. It's a free guide. And just tell me what you think. Tell me what you think in the comments if you do go download that guide, for sure. And also subscribe to the channel and tell me what boundaries you've set and how that has gone. Tell me if you are, in a woman in corporate world, tell me about the boundaries that you've set with your colleagues, because I know that if you're in corporate, you've definitely had to have set some boundaries in order to, make your life a little bit better, because again, corporate is tough, man. It's tough, especially on women. So let me know in the comments what you've done, and let me know how you've navigated your job and how you've navigated your life and how your family has responded to you setting boundaries. So let me know in the comments, and comment, subscribe, of course, and share this with anybody that needs to hear it, because you never know what people are going through, and your story may just align with somebody else. So let's connect. And again, my name is Nyesha Nicole. I appreciate each and every last one of you guys for tuning in to my channel. I appreciate all of my subscribers. You guys just don't know how much I appreciate y'all. So thank you so much. And like I said, share this with anybody that needs to hear it. I'm Nyesha Nicole. I appreciate you. See you in the next one. Peace.